Hello, you guys. My name is Jamal. I'm here to give you a small presentation of how to make CDs or the art of making CDs. Now, how many of you like music? Gotta have it, right? Some of the things are cool about music. It soothes your soul. It keeps you calm from a long day at work. You come home, you just want to sit back and listen to music. You want to listen to anybody. You don't want to listen to you for those you have kids. You don't want to listen to your kids or your soulmate. You just want to sit back and just relax. How about these couple guys I'm about to share with you, are artists? How about listen to some jazz? How about Dizzy Gillespie, John Coltrane, Kenny G's, David Sanborn, or some of you even like country? How about Toby Keith? How about the Clark sisters? Or I mean the Judge sisters, or how even Kelly Clarkson? What about R&B? How about Mary J. Blige? Luther Vandross, Earth, Wind, and Fire, for those of you who want to go way back. Or even when it comes to the new now, the mainstream media. How about hip hop artists out there? Lil Wayne, Drake, Jay Z, or even the pop culture. Beyonce, Rihanna, Lady Gaga. I don't know anything about Lady Gaga. Her personality is this way, and her music it seemed like it's that way, and it seemed like it was not going to ever come together or click. I'd be surprised that a lot of people would sell out to go see her, but that's just my preference. I don't like her music for other reasons. If y'all like her music, I don't mean harm, but she is a different character, and her music shows that. Let me just ask you a question too about this, not about Lady Gaga, but let me just share something with you. How many of y'all know where actually music really originated from? Well, let me give you just a little synopsis where it came from and why music has changed over the years. And again, this is where I'm telling you what I got from was that I did some research from a scholars out there in the world and those who are into music or in the music industry. Believe it or not, just to give you a little synopsis, and I'm not trying to come across anybody who don't believe in the Bible, but believe it or not, God created Lucifer. And again, Lucifer was the first angel ever created, right? Some of y'all know that. But he was also the minister of music. Yes, originally music came from Lucifer. And listen to some of the scholars out there. They said that when his wings flapped, it sounded like an harmony or from a choir. The hymns are from a choir that you go to church. You listen to hymns, you singing hymns. That's where music came from. Before he fell, he was not only beautiful, the most gifted, the most first angel that ever existed before, but he was also the minister of music. Now, going forward, as it applies to myself, music is a art. It's a gift. You know, it's more like being like, for instance, listen to looking at TV or listen to somebody talk like President Obama's speeches. But you know, I myself love music. I like making music. I enjoy. I'm not a professional DJ, but I am a mixtape artist by trade because I, you know, do this in the comfort of my own home. But also, when I was 12 years old, just give you again a synopsis. Synopsis is that when I was 12 years old, I think that's when I first started listening to music. But there was this artist by the name of Jam Master Jay of Run DMC. Even though he was murdered, back in 2002, 2004. But and I can't remember but exact details, but he was murdered, and he was from the group Run DMC. Maybe I not some of y'all may not know them, but you might know the song "Walk This Way," with Aerosmith. That's the Run DMC that I'm talking about. That's Jam Master Jay, and he, I don't have a personal, I never had a personal relationship with him as a friend or anything like that. Me and him never crossed paths or anything like that. Um, but I followed him when I was a kid. Listened to him and just watching some of the things that he did. But as a mixtape artist, unlike him, he does hip hop only or some other genres of music. But I also do a lot. I do dancehall, you know, gospel. Uh, I can do country, jazz, again, like I mentioned before, or R&B. But it's just a God given talent that I have, just like a public speaking person who has a gift, to speak fluently. But there's really no difference between a public speaker and a DJ or a mixtape artist. You have to have an audience. You got to connect with the audience. That's the key cornerstone of making music, is that you have to make music based on the people that are out there. You're doing it for a crowd. Myself, I'm doing it for my family, and for my friend. You know, those things that you got to have an audience. You got to have a tool. You got to take pride in what you do. But also, one thing that I tell you about me making mixtapes, I don't have a lot of expensive equipment. Only thing I have is pretty simple, a laptop. I'm using Dell. I prefer Dell because I had problems with Gateway. A lot of people have probably had problem with Gateway. Um, Dell is very good, and all I'm using is Microsoft Media Player. That's all I'm using, or iTunes. I'm using that. I don't download. I do download now, but I also buy albums. But like CDs, CDs are cheap. I got even color coordinated ones. Because I also because of printer, I'm also make mixtapes, but I also make a list of what's on those music. And Red, I'm just telling you now, Red, my family knows, my friend knows that Red is love music. It's R&B. It's relaxing, just sitting back, R&B, love music. Love music is just, like the Luther Vandross, Levert, those type of artists, baby making music. Some people say that. But one thing that I use Memorex for, and I use a lot of Memorex CDs, blank CDs. I use Sony. Maxell is good because Maxell's been there for years, just like Sony and Memorex. But Memorex also has a software that I use, and the software and the skills that I use is very unique in nature. What I did is that, to happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you had a happy Mother's Day yesterday, but which is 11 May of 2014. But what I did was I took a picture from my friend's Facebook profile and I copied it by the use of the Memorex software. I put this on her CD, which I made. I made the music first, which I prefer you to use. Then you can put the picture on the CD. And I use this for Memorex too. This comes with the Memorex software. What you do is you place the CD on here, and then you put the picture on top of it, which is very simple. Now, I do that for my family. Yeah, it does waste a lot of ink, but at the same time, it's what you want to sit and connect with your audience. I've been doing this for years. The music that I make for them are there, enjoy it. But again, one thing that I also use is, like I said, music is not that expensive. What I'm doing is not that expensive at all. I'm using the LG. I got this from Amazon, brand new, about $124. You know, that's not expensive. One thing also a DJ need to have a couple of headphones. These are Sony. I bought those from Radio Shack, $29. You know what I'm saying? Or a external a hard drive or a memory card. I use that because I keep some of the friction off of that, just like I use for the LG CD burner. This is not my first laptop. Again, easy sitting down. I had a gateway, didn't go too well. Um, but that's all you need. You don't need a lot of things. You just need some skills to connect to your audience. Be a good listener because that's where I learned since many years. I listen to people. I listen to the mannerism, the character, sometimes how they carry themselves. Sometimes they don't even have to give me a list. I already know what to make for them. But again, music soothes the soul. It keeps people in tune to a lot of things. A lot of people don't like loud music. Another good thing about my music and my mixtapes, I'm not promoting myself, but I don't like a lot of explicit lyrics. A lot of my mixtapes, and that's when you have control. You got to have control of the audience, but you also have control of what you're making and who you're making for. And that's just my preference. I don't have a lot of special lyrics in my mixtapes because that's just my character and self in general, and that's just something that I prefer. And my crowd or my audience seem to like it. They enjoy it. I never have gotten any bad comments off of that. Just a couple of them, but it's they didn't like the CD because of some reason they didn't like the artist. But again, just to share you with you, making mixtapes and being again like I used the example before, public speaking, you have one topic that you can talk about or one song that connects with that individual. That's what makes music. Sometimes you have that stays with you. My motivation is something that you got to have. You got to take pride in what you're working. This right here, these people right here, Aaliyah, you know, Jam SJ, you know, Bob Marley. Those guys, I've also listened to their music as well. Again, some of the other music I listen to. But listen to the guys you just want to take the time to listen to that. Make your mixtapes. Don't spend all that money. You don't have to. Don't make your own album. You know what I mean? It's so easy. It don't take time. Enjoy yourself. It's really keeping contact to your audience and just connect with them and just take your time. That's the most expensive thing is time. That you can do to making music. Equipment, all that, that pays. You get all that back, and to the people that you connect with. You guys are great. Have a great time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and be safe ride home. Thank you.